Hello everyone and welcome to another royal reading here at MadWorldTarot. I'm doing the readings very early today, very early in the afternoon, because it's one of those all singing, dancing days. So hopefully I'm going to get these done before the singing and dancing starts. And I have today the Shadowland Tarot on the tarot table, because we are looking at this never-ending story of Operation Bring Harry Back In from the Cold. And today I want to have a look at it from the point of view of the British public. Well, I'm going to be reading from Harry's point of view, but in the context of his relationship with the British public. He, of course, was once one of the most popular royals, if not the most popular royals. Now he's down there with the least popular royals, meaning himself, his wife, and Prince Andrew. Recent opinion polls come out. The royals are soaring ahead. Meghan and Harry are languishing way down in the doldrums. So this Operation Bring Harry Back In from the Cold tells us about Harry wanting to move in his old circles again, his old UK circles, even doing, and I'm quoting, very low-key royal duties. If he comes back with zero fuss and does zero publicity and attends very mundane events, he could prove himself and win over the British public again. This is one of those famous sources. And the source goes on, Harry would have to accept that he might be reduced to ribbon cutting for a long period. So, oh poor thing, bless, reduced to ribbon cutting for a long period. How will his ego cope with ribbon cutting for a long period if anyone allows him near a pair of scissors? More to the point, there is no mention in any of this of shame, the need to apologize, the desire to apologize, any sense of wrongdoing. There is just the desire to have his old life back, his old security, his IPP status, a home provided for by the Crown or by the British taxpayer, all of that. And for that, he would he would condescend to do some ribbon cutting in order for that old life to be restored to him. Makes my blood boil. I'm not a member of the British public. I'm not paying for any of this. I am interested to know how you out there feel about this. I'm going to do a tarot reading and ask that question. I'm going to read from Harry's point of view and his relationship with the public. There's the star in reverse. Does he feel any sense of shame? How does he feel about the ribbon cutting? How have things come to this pass that he has been allegedly reduced to begging his way back in? And what's going to happen? His view of the British public, what pressure he's under from their boos, some serious booing, what's going to happen? And the outcome, ultimately, is he going to have his relationship with the British public restored? Or is it all going to end in tears? What is going to happen? That giant ego, there's the Temperance, the healing card. Well, harmony, restored card. Is harmony going to be restored? That's what we want to know today. Harry and the great British public, and Harry reduced to ribbon cutting. What an awful plight. I couldn't imagine anything worse. I need to shuffle one more time and then we'll get ourselves going finally. And let's remind you that this is just tarot for fun and entertainment. It is all my opinion. It is all speculation. I just read energy here, and of course there is a disclaimer in the box below. We're getting a sort of counter PR move that, oh no, he has no intention of doing this and he loves his life in California. It all is wonderful. But, I would say to that, so where are we? We're the Eight of Wands in reverse. That's PR, communication, progress, unblocked energy, finding his way forward. It's in reverse. So there's no momentum around us yet. There is nothing happening. We're getting the message sent out, but it's a bit of a stuck message, a bit of a blocked message, and nobody's really responding to it in a very positive way, including Edward Lane Fox. I'm going to be looking at him next today. So this PR that's going out has been countered, is being blocked, is not being received very well. With that 8 of Wands in reverse, it's also the sense that somebody's life is stagnant and he's stuck. He's not able to progress, not able to move forward. And it's telling me a whole lot of stuff in here. It's interesting that our little Red Riding Hood figure is in the card. Very much the wife's energy that comes through when I see that little figure in this particular tarot deck. And it's interesting to me that it feels like she's trying to stop this progress and stop this move forward, this operation, bring Harry back. There's no mention of bringing herself back, interestingly. But let's get to the actual reading. Situation Harry finds himself in with the public. There's the Hierophant in the reverse. This is the person who is the rebel prince, who has left his duty, who has dissed the royal family, which is represented by the Hierophant, very much church and state. That's the monarchy. The Taurus card used to be the Queen, still is really. He disrespected the Queen, the late Queen, I mean, obviously. Disrespected her, he disrespected the institution, he trashed the institution. In fact, he disrespected the British public. He went way out of bounds, and it's there. It's a very powerful card. This is really people looking at him as if he's an absolute disgrace. That is the energy that's coming through for me as a tarot reader. What's his biggest challenge? The Crossing card. And we got the 9 of Cups in reverse. This is the love, the affection, the esteem that he was held in, that once he was adored. 9 of Cups. It's a very, very positive card in terms of support, emotional support, and having every whim indulged. He could do no wrong. He could play naked billiards in Vegas and it was fine. Now it's in reverse. Now he's looked at as indulgent, selfish, a brat. That's the 9 of Cups energy when it's in reverse. People think that he has done everything for his own aggrandizement, but also for to indulge his own whims, his own pleasure, and he hasn't cared a whit about them, about the institution, about the country, about doing good, any of those things. So it's all showing up here for me, the central issue of Harry, how he is perceived, and it's not good. It's really not good. So does he have any sense of shame hidden down here in the depths of his psyche? What's going on down there? And I've asked specifically, does he feel any shame, remorse? Does he feel that he owes anyone an apology at all? And I have the 8 of Pentacles. In reverse is the lazy grifter card. For me, it's acquired that energy. I don't think there is an apology energy in there. That would be a Page of Cups, something like that would show up there for me. This is just somebody who's bone idle, entitled, spoiled. It's the brat energy. The brat energy is very strong in this 9 of Cups as well. But there it is, that the root of this problem is that it's sense of entitlement, that I can do nothing, I can play computer games and smoke weed and do not too much, and I still can be the most loved prince and back and crowned king in due course. All of that kind of a stuff. It's lazy, it's rotten energy. It's somebody who hasn't worked, who hasn't accomplished anything in his own right. He's been pandered to, he's been everything has been done for him, in particular by the royal family and Mr. Lane Fox. Again, not a great energy. So how does he view up here this notion of ribbon cutting for decades. People have been talking about a decade of ribbon cutting, royal commentators. How does he view this? Got the Magician in reverse. It's not on his wish list. The Magician is about manifesting your dreams and your desires and making stuff happen and brilliant PR and stuff like that. He's being told very forcibly, because it is a PR card, the Magician, Major Arcana PR, he's being told very forcibly, you have to do this in order to fix this, because this is why this card is in reverse. You've got a long way before you can turn this situation around, before the Magician goes upright again and you have all your magic tricks back and you can do anything you like and everyone will applaud wildly your every move. Long way to go. The Magician in reverse it's not working. Whatever you're doing is not working. And we've heard with this story of Operation Bring the Has-Been back in from the cold, that he's now realized that his American PR, in other words, Meghan with her Hotmail account, his American PR is not working. It's finally dawned on him. That's not working. That would be Magician in reverse, and he needs to switch this around somehow, refocus, rebrand, reimagine himself, get his British PR on side, and we're getting loads of British PR as far as I can tell. Not so much the Friends, I think, behind this. I think it's British PR behind this, but you've got a long journey to go before any of this is fixed. Let's see what has been going on recent past in this situation. We got the Devil in reverse, trying to escape I call it the long arm of the claw. Trying to escape the long arm of the claw with that Devil and the SOS in the background. It's in reverse, of course, in a toxic situation, wanting to get out of that toxic situation. That would be life in Montecito or wherever it is that they live. Separate lives, in my opinion. But desperate to get himself out of this pickle he has got himself into with that very toxic association, that kind of obsessive, addicted relationship, very negative relationship that's based on all kinds of negative behavior, toxic behavior, addictive behavior, shouting, lying, tantrums, betrayal, treachery, all those kinds of things that the Devil encompasses. Generally, you could apply at an energetic level and speculate that their relationship is indeed very toxic and is now on the brink of utter collapse. He wants out of there. We're getting big cards here with the Magician and the Devil, both in reverse. What's going to happen next in the story? Is Harry going to come slithering back or not, really? What next? We've got the Eight of Cups. It does look like there is some slithering there, because Eight of Cups is a movement card. Eights are motion. We've got blocked motion here. We've got blocked effort here. It doesn't bother with the effort. The PR message isn't going out very well. His life is blocked. His progress is blocked. But he's leaving. He's leaving a situation that is painful. He's walking away from it. So I think that we might hear quite soon that he is making some move, quite a serious move to the UK. It might not be represented in its very early stages as a permanent move. We might hear about house hunting. We did hear about house hunting a few months ago, and we looked at that, of course. But we have movement here. We have movement away from a situation that has been disastrous, ruinous. It's interesting that we get all these sort of bottles of poison here. The skeletal figure is setting off away from them. So, that card doesn't require much explanation. Harry's view of the British public. How does he see the British public? I've got the Chariot in reverse. And of course it's a William card. There's the rivalry, because the Chariot is about ambition and drive. His relationship with the public he views in competitive terms. This is my opinion. He views in purely in competitive terms, meaning can he out-royal Prince William? And that's why they've been doing these royal tours, these 4 tours all over the place, although they seem to be being shut down. Not quite sure if they're going to try another one anytime soon. But it is all to outshine Prince William, and that's why he's going to New York in, well, this month and the next week or so, to outshine Prince William, who isn't even meant to be there, apparently. He's got all kinds of plans and schemes lined up to sabotage his brother, to try and overshadow his brother and be more popular, be more important, get more ink in the newspapers, all of that kind of stuff. It doesn't come, his relationship with the British public doesn't come from a genuine place, in my opinion. This is what this card is telling me. It comes from a point of view of rivalry and a very unhealthy competition. When the Chariot card is in reverse, it is unhealthy competition with his big brother. I don't like that energy at all. In fact, it's making me feel quite anxious, and that's just because I'm in the energy of this card is this almost palpitations, anxiety around this issue of, do I have to wear my lifts in my shoes so that I'm the same height as Prince William, and the hair plugs or the spray on hair or whatever it is. The pressure that Harry is under from the British public, the booing, the reception. What does the universe want to tell us with these cards? 3 of Cups in reverse. Fallen out. No longer friends. We don't like you anymore. That's quite simple. It's the party card. It's the friendship card. It's the hangout. Nowadays, with that 3 of Cups in reverse, he's not someone that people would like to meet down the pub and have a drink with. Very much not. They look at him, they look at his lifestyle, his sort of loose lifestyle. They think he's a slacker. They think maybe he's got a problem with substances, and it's showing up in this reading. 9 of Cups is a problem with substances, particularly when it's in reverse. The 8 of Cups leaving those bottles behind, and this wreck of a human struggling off. 3 of Cups also in reverse. These 2 cards in particular are cards that show up when you're dealing with substances, particularly alcohol, but can be other substances as well. For me, as an energy reader, people look at him, people think, you've got a problem. You're not fun, Harry. You're not the fun guy. We're not interested in that fun guy anymore. You're 40. Grow up. Behave like a 40-year-old, sober up, snap out of it, get serious. But he's lazy, he's a slacker. We know this because of the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Well, we can speculate because that is the energy that is coming through in this reading, of course, or my opinion, and allegedly. Let's look at his hopes and fears. Going back to the UK, he's hoping that they love him again. 2 of Cups is reconciliation. You adore me, you love me, you're going to be the most popular royal in a heartbeat. One ribbon cut, and they'll be lining the streets begging him to come back permanently and bring herself and the kids that no one's ever seen and install them in Windsor Castle and banish William and Catherine, and it'll all be lovely. So he does truly believe it's possible that his popularity can be recovered, regained, and it'll all be lovely again. Let's see the outcome. Is he right? Or does he have a decade of ribbon cutting ahead of him before there's even a chance of this? Well, that couldn't be clearer. I have to say, I think this is a well-deserved outcome. 5 of Cups. We're getting a lot of cups in this reading because cups, of course, are emotions and connection and relatability and loyalty and trust and apologies. No sign of an apology in here. Outcome, 5 of Cups. Remorse, regret, things not going your way, having possibly the rest of your life to reflect on how you have messed up, and too late, way too late, back on the bottle there, on the sauce in the 5 of Cups, very evidently from the depiction of this wretch in this card, and a very dismal outcome for what was once such a popular royal figure who has so messed up his life. Is so obvious from these cards, the energy of these cards, of course, allegedly, of course. But this PR story, it really isn't going to work. It isn't going to work, and we know it because of the Eight of Wands in reverse. He wants out of the mess, but too lazy, too self-indulgent, has messed up too much, has been too disrespectful, and he is going to try his luck, but there is no apology in here. There is no apology. There is just ambition, desire to outmaneuver, outshine his brother. People don't like it. They don't like the person he's become. He thinks, he believes that it's possible to get back in with the British public. Five of Cups, no chance as the outcome. So there it is. And thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.